think. So yeah, that's how I did the backpack in the C4C intro. The same thing applies with the weapon skins. So if you go back to Steam apps inside GCF Escape, you got the weapon models. You can extract all that out, and you're going to have the weapons folder inside the models folder of the materials folder. And once you open that up, you can see you got V underscore, baseball bat, or the bat. You got the bone saw, you got the shotgun, you got the rocket launcher, and all that. So V is for the view model, so what you actually see in first person, while W is what is the world model. So ammo, what you see is ammo, what you see the opponent player, or the third person player is actually going to hold. So what we're going to be modifying is the actual view model. So if we get the bone saw and we open that up, so we got the bone saw right here. Pretty easy to see what goes where. And all we're going to be doing is we're going to be chucking the C4C logo onto it. Just copy, press Ctrl A to select it all, press Ctrl C to copy, Ctrl V to paste. Gonna drag it down so that it lines up with the blade. Press Ctrl T. This is a kind of a free transform type effect. So if you hold Shift, just like how we were panning back in Sony Vegas, and you hold Shift, you can actually drag and keep this to ratio and enlarge it like so. And if I line it right there, you got C4C capping 4 cores. And once again, I'm gonna change the blending mode so that it actually you can actually see the original textures running through the image instead of having solid colors kind of messing around with it. It's not so much applicable with this kind of flat plane, but it'll be a bit better with a couple of the other costumes that we may be altering. So yeah, same thing, just save as VTF. Just going to be calling, just going to keep call it copy, uncompressed texture, and that's good. Going to replace it, going to call the original one 2, and gonna, so now the bone saw, the view model, is got the capping 4 cores logo on it. And so that's all I did for the C4C intro. In the case of the State of Origin video, a really cool way of altering colors is that you don't want to paint colors onto the uniform like that, because it doesn't keep the actual shades in which Valve so nicely done for us. Couple ways in which you can do this. If you make a new layer, so layer, new layer, okay, and you just go nuts with the red, you can use this red and you could change the blending mode so that you got the red is now blended into the bottom layer, and so you got some sort of red effect right here. And that's alright, but it's kind of a bit limiting in some ways, because you're relying on that transfer mode, and it's hard to kind of modify. But we can just get rid of that. What I did for State of Origin is with the Victorian colors, which are dark blue, what I did was that I selected around the various parts which I want to modify. Say for example his shirt, all I need to do was use the pen tool. What the pen tool is the pen tool and the lasso are tools that you use to select around a specific area. So with the lasso, you just click around like that, and you've selected a specific area. This is kind of the simplest way of doing it. So I could just go like that, bam, 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 and bam, and I got his entire shirt or jacket highlighted. And I probably just should have kept that actually. Otherwise, you could have used the pen tool, which is exactly the same, except you get the added benefit of actually curving the pathway just to get around tight corners, and there are two ways of doing this. I'll probably explain it to you later when I'm explaining project drawn, but all you do is just right click, make selection, and you select it around your jacket. And from here, what I did was that if you go to image and you go adjustment, there are a few things that you could do to adjust his jacket. The thing that I wanted to do was that I wanted to change the color, all the while keeping the same shades. So what I did was I went to hue/saturation, and if you go to colorize, you can see that it colors it directly like so. And if you go through all the hues, you can actually see that it goes through every single color in the rainbow. And so if we were to go to a kind of a blue right there, if you go saturation, how deep the color is, and then I kind of want to make it a bit dark, so increase the saturation like so, yeah, you kind of get a dark blue kind of color right here. And yeah, I just did that with all the other components. I chucked the Victorian V onto specific areas of the costume, and I ended up making, if I can find them inside TF directory, I have the State of Origin materials folder, models, no, it's not the models, this model player, medic, like so, blue medic, State of Origin. Yeah, this was what the backpack was. This is what the medic looked like. He had dark blue shirt, dark blue pants, a V on his shoulder, and yeah, really dark blue navy colors, which is the good old Victorian colors. So once you're done with all that, yeah, you save it all. I'm happy with all these folders with all these custom skins. You load up TF2, and yeah, you just custom skins don't work on servers that run SV Pure 2. So the way you test out these skins is you either view them in a demo which automatically has SV Pure 2, or you can just you start your own server, which you can change the SV Pure. Well, I mean, demos have SV Pure 0. If you create your own server, it's also SV Pure 0. So, yeah, you just load up a server. Yes, you can just start up a server like so. And once your server has loaded, you can just go to blue, go to medic, and you can see that, oh, not Ubersaw, Bonesaw, it's got capping for cores right there. It looks, oh wow, that actually looks pretty cool. And yeah, on his back you can see he has prostate cancer sponsored logo. And yeah, if I were to change his costume, yeah, he'd look pretty cool. So those are the ways that I changed his costume in my C4C intro and my State of Origin video. So with that, you should be able to make my State of Origin video. And yeah, now I'm just going to close this first part off, and I'll start off with the next part, which should be about skyboxes. So yes, next part starts now.